Ah, the Winter's Feast. A seasonal event that always rolls into Don't Starve together during the holidays. It's an event about creativity, new boss fights, and most importantly, food. I mean, it's in the name, Winter's Feast, so why is it that so many players forget about the whole feast mechanic despite it being a staple for so many years? Well, today, I plan to bring the feast back into the Winter's Feast by challenging myself to make a wide variety of different feast-worthy meals before day 20 rolls around, and sharing this feast with others. So, here's the challenge. I will be spawning in a winter-only world, and my goal will be to create one of every Winter's Feast dish that I can. And when I say Winter's Feast dish, I'm talking about the ones that you can place down on a feast table and get that really funny animation to eat it. Each and every one has a unique recipe, and thankfully, only 3 dishes are unobtainable due to my decision to complete this challenge during winter. Mary Berry Sauce requires mosquito sacks, which will not spawn in winter thanks to ponds being frozen. Polish cookies require butterfly wings, which do not spawn in winter. And Tortillere requires birch nuts, which cannot be obtained in winter. That leaves us with 15 total dishes that are possible to obtain within this challenge, and my goal would be to get as many of them as possible within that 20-day time limit. Alright, without further ado, let's begin. We spawn into the world and it's a race to get a torch before we freeze. I had chosen this skill tree, which would help us out a lot, especially once our beard begins growing in, but right now, we are just as weak to the cold as every other character. So I have to act fast. With a torch in hand, now it's just gonna be a painful crawl around the forest to make sure that we don't freeze. While we wait on our beard to grow, I find a paid actor trap set piece and decide, you know what, why not? Let's just go ahead and get some rabbits. This is to make a surprisingly powerful winter start tool, the rabbit earmuffs. Now in a normal game, these things would never be useful, as by the time you reach winter, you most likely already have a thermal stone or a better insulation solution. However, for winter start worlds, rabbit earmuffs are scienceless and decent cold protection. They won't last long, but by the time they break, we should have a decent beard all set up, or preferably a thermal stone. Now that we have insulation and enough resources for plenty of torches, the rest of today was going to focus on finding gold, which we did, though I will admit we were at a crawl at this point. The earmuffs helped, but freezing still kicked in pretty fast, so it was pretty annoying. Day 2 rolls around and I hammered down some pig heads for some extra twigs. Oh yeah, I guess the pig skin may be useful too, eventually, who knows. And then we began our hunt for resources. My main goal was to find a pig house, or preferably multiple pig houses. This is because when you hammer them down, you receive boards and cut stones, both of which are ingredients for the alchemy engine, which itself is a requirement for a thermal stone. I could in theory make the boards and cut stones myself, but I'm way too lazy to chop all those trees down. I would rather waste an entire day out of that principle alone. On day 3, after slugging ourselves around the map, moving tree fire to tree fire, I finally find some ripe pig houses to pick the fruits of labor out of. Boy, maybe we are the bad guys in Don't Starve. Have you ever thought about that? Whatever. Advancement time. We set up a small camp in the dead of night and get mogged by a few pengals, make a hot stone, and make a cool backpack that I forgot I had the skin for. But otherwise, today was another slow filler day. At this point, ladies and gentlemen, I am proud to say that we have overcome the winter spawn hurdle. At this point, warmth wasn't a problem thanks to our thermal stone and our beard, which was coming in and it would help us even more. This gives us quite a bit of time to prepare our grand winter's feast. But first, we need the most important ingredient in any holiday-themed meal. Holiday cheer. And the only way you can get holiday cheer is by chasing down gingerbread pigs and brutally evicting them from their house into the freezing cold. You know what, dude, we are the bad guys, aren't we? Hey, whatever, it's my holiday cheer now. With 5 holiday cheer, we can make a grand total of 5 out of the 15 meals. So we would definitely need more. But unfortunately, a lot like hunts, it's a random chance, so that may bottleneck us in the future. We get home, make the special masonry oven, and then I peruse our options to see what we would plate first. A lot of the recipes are stupid cheap, but require you to travel. For example, 3 recipes require ocean content, and 1 requires cave content. You know, that stuff. We can afford a few of them already, but I abstain from cooking quite yet because, well, no good meal is great without a table. RimWorld teaches you that. So we head off to shave some beefaloes for their fur and make our very first of many Winter's Feast tables. Our very first dish, requiring 1 holiday cheer, 1 twig, and 1 grass, is latkes. Also, a lot of these dishes are non-American, so if I butcher the pronunciation, please don't be afraid to make fun of me in the comments below. It's what they're there for. Anyways, latkes are a dish that quite literally means small fried pancakes, usually made with potatoes. It's a dish that is said to originate from all the way back in medieval times, and is a popular Hanukkah dish. I sampled this dish a little bit, you know, like a good chef, but of course I save most of it for my guests that will be coming on day 20. Our next dish is roasted turkey, costing us 1 holiday cheer, 1 log, and 1 charcoal. Now, I don't think I need to explain what a roasted turkey is. It's pretty basic. However, it's most popular in the United Kingdom, where roasted turkey became popular in the 16th century. That was a long time ago. Canada and the United States also share this tradition, with turkey itself being a staple around Christmas time especially. And our final dish of the day, costing us 1 holiday cheer and 2 rocks, sweet potato casserole. Another very simple one. This incredibly sweet dish originated in the southern United States, where sweet potatoes were already a staple. But you know, us Americans, we like things extra sweet, so the sweet potato casserole was born. Filled with cream, sweet potatoes, brown sugar, and usually topped with toasted marshmallows. Yeah, it's probably no longer healthy, but if you've ever tried it, you'll forgive yourself, because it's absolutely delicious. Now, unfortunately, I couldn't find any history on how it's a holiday dish, so if any of you guys are big sweet potato casserole history buffs, maybe leave a comment down below. But I couldn't find any reliable sources on why it is one. It just is, I guess. 3 dishes down, 12 to go. Now that we're done with the food history lessons, let's talk about Don't Starve again. All this food was great, but I can't really eat it all myself. I need to save it for my guests. So I make a crock pot and prepare to feed myself a healthy diet of, you guessed it, meatballs, which are not a festive food, but it will get me through as I prepare more. I also rearrange my base to allow me to place tables more evenly because everyone likes a clean feast. And on the morning of day 7, a gingerbread man makes the unfortunate appearance of coming to my house. And, you know, I was in the market for more of his holiday cheer, so I chase him to his village. And... God, dude, this is awful. I can't watch this. Just skip to the part where I'm being jolly, please. Since we're already in the area, we grab some reeds from the swamp and then head down into the caves to yoink some foliage real quick. Those 2 ingredients are important for 2 more festive foods. The foliage, along with the holiday cheer, can make a dish called babinka. Now, this is a coconut rice cake that has its roots primarily in the Philippines. This dish is popular during the Simbang Gabi? I hope I said that right. And that is a 9-day mass that Filipino Catholics will attend from December 16th until December 24th. Now, I've never had this dish personally in real life, but I'm a huge fan of coconut, so I'm sure I would like it. Next up is cabbage rolls, which cost us 2 reeds and a holiday cheer to bake. And this is a dish that I'm proud to say I have actually had in real life, and it is very delicious. Now, cabbage roll themselves kind of originate from all over the world. I mean, it's a very simple dish. You take cabbage, stuff it with things, roll it up, and then bake it. But these cabbage rolls in particular appear to be referencing the Romanian sarmale, a special cabbage roll that's served primarily on Christmas and New Year's Eve in the region. After that, we make ourselves a few more tables, which are surprisingly cheap, as they only cost 1 board and beefalo fur. And then it's back to cooking. Using 1 holiday cheer and 2 stingers, we cook up some tamales. These delicious corn husk wrapped goodies originated from Mexico and became a popular holiday feast food. The filling is generally either meat or bean based, but every tamale is special, and some people can get really creative with them. For example, I found a recipe for a hazelnut tamale online, which actually sounds surprisingly good. My next big goal was going to be a lot of ocean stuff. We needed spoiled fish for some of the recipes, and we needed salt for another, so the ocean was unavoidable. 2 dishes also require stuff that can only be found on the lunar islands, so I was hoping to get lucky in that regard as well. But first, we need silk for an ocean fishing rod. By the end of day 9, we were on the ocean and exploring. I caught a runty guppy who just so happened to be heavy, netting us a large fish meat that we needed to spoil, and then I got another one because, well, we needed a spoiled morsel as well. So, while those are spoiling, I stop by home for some food, and then we head out in search of salt and maybe, just maybe, if we were lucky enough, Lunar Island. Although something pretty scary happened in our journeys. We out here. We are out here. Scary world out here, man. That's the whirlpool. That is the whirlpool. I don't want to go near. I do not want to go into that. I do not want to go into that. No, thank you. No, thank you. I almost went straight into that. That would have been horrible. We're not ready for all that. That would have taken us directly to the archives, which I don't want to do right now. So we're going to go the other way. Thanks. On day 11, we find ourselves a salt patch, and after fighting some of the creepy crawlies that call this place home, we get some salt. What? Did you think I came to the salt biome for something that wasn't salt? Jeez. We make landfall at night and head our jolly selves back to base, and at one point we also grab some dark petals, which were important. We arrive back home on day 12 and get right back to cooking because we don't actually have that much time left. First up, using 1 holiday cheer, 1 flint, and 1 salt, we make pickled herring. Herring being a type of fish, and pickling, well, I hope you guys understand what pickles are. Basically, it's something soaked in a brine solution. Now, what does pickled fish have to do with the holidays? It appears to be incredibly popular pretty much universally around Eastern Europe, and since it's been a staple since medieval times, I would assume it just simply hasn't outgrown its style. The second dish is one requiring 1 holiday cheer, 1 dark petal, and 1 ice, and this is mulled punch. And no, my friends, this isn't ordinary fruit punch. Mulled punch in real life is a holiday traditional adult beverage that's usually made with spiced wine. But for the constant's sake and for the fact that you can play as children, we'll assume that this is a mocktail version. My guess is that this drink is based off the wassail, which is a hot mulled cider, which is itself a name of a holiday custom that apparently takes place around early January in southern England. The next few dishes, we had to wait for our fish to rot, and it was close enough, so I decided, why not? Let's just wait it out. And so, a little bit after the morning of day 13, it was time to start cooking yet again. First up, using 1 holiday cheer, 1 large spoiled fish meat, and 1 driftwood, we make lutefisk, a Scandinavian holiday tradition that dates back all the way to the Viking era. In real life, it is comprised of lye-soaked whitefish. Funny enough though, and I can account for this being an Ohio resident, lutefisk is actually incredibly popular around the Midwestern regions of the United States as well, near the holidays. I myself have personally never tried it, as I've heard it's incredibly pungent and I tend not to deal well with things that smell bad. Just go watch me eat monster lasagna in my most recent cookbook video if you don't believe me. Next, with 1 holiday cheer, 1 spoiled small fish, and 1 petal, we make the festive fish dish. Now, this is a more broad holiday dish, much like the roast turkey. There's actually a lot of countries and cultures that engage in seafood-related shenanigans during the holidays. So there's not a lot of real-life lore that I have to describe here. And finally, using 1 holiday cheer, 1 rot, and 1 bone shard, we make good gravy. Gravy, again, like the holiday fish and the roast turkey, is a more worldwide holiday food, though it's especially common in the United States and Europe during the holidays. After that, it was time to go back on the hunt for more feast-creating materials. Now, 2 of the feasts require ocean content. We need loon blossoms and stone fruit. But I have a trick to guarantee us some loon blossoms, and that's by making our way to Pearl's Island. We found a bottle and it marked her island, and this place is a guaranteed area to find lunar trees and therefore lunar blossoms. Unfortunately, the ocean is one of the slowest ways to travel, so we don't even get close until day 15. When we get close, we do find some awkward set pieces. Oh. Hey. Hello, hello, hello. Is this the trapped one? Nope, nope, nope. You guys are going to bed. Good night. See you later. I'm out of here. I'm not dealing with all that. Thanks for the pan flute, though. See ya. Oh, it's another one. What? Think it's gonna be the same trap, or is this one gonna be the fire one? I know there's one that just sets on fire, which is really dangerous because it could spread to your boat. It's definitely trapped. We'll find out here in a second what it's got in it. Okay, good. We can jump from that ring. What do we got? Ooh, that's the one that sinks. That's even worse. Oh my goodness. That almost got us. Look at us. We got 2 Starcaller stabs. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm not sure how rare that is to find 2 of them that close together. But anyways, we head on to Pearl's Island, steal some loon blossoms, and eat some lunar moths, and then we head off on our way home. When suddenly, the full lunar island just appeared. This was great as it meant we also could get stone fruit, but here's the issue now. We only had one holiday cheer, and our days before the feast were dwindling. But hey, we still have one, so let's go use it. Using one holiday cheer and 2 loon blossoms, we make pavlova. Now, this one actually originates from Australia and New Zealand. It's a very simple meringue-based dish that is usually covered in some type of fruit. And with that, we only had 3 dishes missing. 2 of which, panettone and stuffing, I already had the ingredients ready for, and the other one, which was pumpkin pie, well, it required phlegm, which it's completely RNG based to obtain from hunts and getting the Uwakis, so I wasn't too confident in our ability to collect that. Anyways, we spend the next few days looking for both hunts and gingerbread men, but I'm gonna keep it a buck with you guys, I was just straight up not lucky, and before I knew it, it was almost time for the feast. Now look, 12 dishes out of 15 possible dishes, not including the 3 completely impossible dishes, is not a bad score. That's 80% of the dishes. That would be a solid B if we were grading here. And while I'm sad I couldn't make all of them, it would be rude to keep my guests waiting. Before my guests arrived though, I wanted to make a beautiful snowman, because good decoration is a key to a good feast. And while I do that, I want to give a personal thank you to every single one of you. This year has been amazing for the channel. So many of you have shown up and given me nothing but support, and it's truly been an amazing ride. Whether it was Don't Starve content or the very few times I branched out into variety, it's just been great. I'm 23 now, I'm gonna be 24 next year, and life has been, well, I'll say eventful to say the least. Don't Starve was a game I grew up with. I may not be a true OG because my first experience with it was back in 2015 when it first came out for Xbox, but the fact that I could incorporate this game that shaped my childhood, that helped comfort me in some of my darker hours, into my daily life as an adult has made the kid I used to be so happy. Sorry, I kinda didn't write a script for this part, so it may be a little disorganized, but yeah, I really do mean it when I say thank you all so much. Oh yeah, I guess I should also use this time to plug my wonderful Discord community. If you've noticed, a lot of my recent livestream events have been via sign-up. And this weekend, or for those of you in the future where this may have already passed, Saturday the 27th of 2025, I'm planning on hosting a snowman building competition to end the year off. It's gonna be a lot of fun, but if you want to partake, it will be through that server, the Discord server. The link will be in the description down below. However, even if you don't want to partake in random goofy Don't Starve Together shenanigans, it's otherwise just a great place if you want to tell me what videos you want to see next, or streams you want to see next, or even vote on polls for what streams I do. Again, the link for the community will be down in the description below. I don't really plug the server a lot, but I thought I may as well now because, well, it's a great community and you know how the saying goes, the more people, the merrier. And now, I would like to wish you all a happy winter's feast, everyone. Let the festivities begin.